And welcome to another week of high school game day here. I'm Jarecki, Kyle Gwynn, Mr. Chai, and Mr. Ward this week. Previewing tonight's Bchs game against West, and then we're going to pick some other college football games. But don't forget to tune in tonight at 7:30 for the Bchs West game. It should be a good one. And let's get right to our predictions. So the first game we're going to predict this week is number 14 Iowa at number 19 Michigan.
This pick is mostly out of spite. I hate Iowa, hate everything about Iowa. Their mediocrity every year just makes me mad. They think they're something when they're not. It's at the big house. Michigan actually looked good last week, but it's hard to look bad against Rutgers. So I'm picking Michigan.
Iowa underperforms every single year against Michigan and Ohio State. This year is going to be no different. And if I'm as good at picking scores as I am at SAT math, I'm going to be money. This one is a blowout by Michigan.
You know what, I'm going to have to disagree. It's not going to be a blowout, but Michigan's going to win it. I'm still picking Michigan in this one. I agree. I don't think Iowa quite has the schedule that I'm going to feel looks that great. And you know what? I'm always just not going to go with Harbaugh on anything. So I'm going with this one.
He's terrible. He's terrible. It's the only case to pick.
No.
That's the only reason to pick against him.
Iowa's worse than Michigan. It's not that Michigan's good. Iowa's worse than Michigan.
I'm the only person here picking Iowa.
That's unfortunate.
Because you don't know what you're doing.
No, I do know what I'm doing. I like Nate Stanley as a quarterback.
His giant forehead. Have you seen his helmet? It's
I just think that Iowa is in the better right now.
He's not slimming on his head.
I'm picking Iowa. I think the quarterback play is going to be there. I think the athletes were working last week. I don't know. I just not that confident in Michigan.
Yeah, that's why I think the coaching is going to put them over the top.
Oh my!
Yeah, I don't believe in Harbaugh that much.
But you believe in Ferentz?
Yes.
Have you watched football in the past 2 years?
Yes.
Hey, don't take it away. Just think about this for a second, okay? He's got a great football mind. Don't let some of your personal biases, some of the results get in the way of a good coach. Give the guy a chance.
Because he told his players not to eat chicken because only lunatics eat chicken. What kind of football coach is that?
That's quirky. That's not about him being a bad football coach. That's just quirky. And you know what? A lot of people have different things that they're quirky about. I'm sure we could probably name a few with you.
So let's move on. Now, the next game we're picking, we go from Michigan to Michigan State travels to the Horseshoe to play the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I know from firsthand experience that Ohio State is pretty good at football. So I will be picking Ohio State.
The shoe is a hard place to play in. Michigan, Sparty is they are overrated. Overrated, and I don't mean just in terms of predictions and their record, but 25 for that team is overrated.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with everybody here. Obviously, you got to go with Ohio State on this one. I just think through and through, when you're looking at offense, defense, towards the other team that's coming in with the Spartans, it's just pretty clear they're a much better team all around, so you got to go with Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Ohio State as well. Michigan State has that great run defense, but it's not going to be run defense that's going to help them win this game. Justin Fields is playing insane. Ohio State looks like they could actually go on all the way.
Did you guys say that your one team out is either going to be Georgia or Alabama? You said it was going to be Georgia.
I said it was going to be Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, I still think it's Georgia. So yeah, I'm picking Ohio State as well. Now let's move on to an SEC matchup between number 7 Auburn and number 10 Florida.
I feel like in this game, Florida's finally going to lose. I feel like it's been a matter of time. I don't think really that they're that good. There's been a lot of injuries that they've had. I feel like Auburn's shown that they are pretty good. It might be hard for them to play in the swamp, but I feel like that won't be a problem because there's more talented at this point.
I'm gonna agree. I've seen enough surrender Cobras in the last few years at the Swamp to know that Auburn they play fast, and Auburn's not LSU. I don't even know if Auburn is the cream of the SEC West. but I know that the SEC East is completely overrated. With the exception of Georgia, I don't see them have the type of talent that the SEC West possesses.
I really don't have anything to add to this. You guys are kind of hitting on my talking points on this one. I think it's obvious you gotta go for Auburn for all those reasons. So thanks for taking my talking points.
Yeah, Bo Nix has played consistently better each week, and if he can win a game at the 12th man, he can win a game at the Swamp. Auburn's defense is too good, even though that Florida probably got better with Felipe Franks getting injured. I'm still picking Auburn. So now we move on to a rant by Mr. Chai explaining why UCLA will beat Oregon State this week.
UCLA put up 67 points on a top 15 team.
Go Cleveland Browns!
Was a top 15 team.
You gotta take care of that. Make sure you take care of that next time. We can't have people just heckling on the stage. All right. UCLA is capable of winning this game. UCLA is capable of beating a really good Oregon team. Oregon State is not Oregon. I want to point that out. And if Keontae had gone to Oregon State, he would be starting, but he didn't because he knew that Wyoming is more talented than Oregon State. That just tells you about the state of the Oregon State program. UCLA is going to dominate this game, hopefully actually put up some points, but even if they don't, Oregon State is that bad.
I know from experience as well that Oregon State's really bad because I had to deal with 4 years of Mike Riley at Nebraska. I know how bad Oregon State is.
He's just bad.
He's just bad. Or like Oregon State, they're just bad. They're a bad program all around. Everything about them, they're just not good. So I unfortunately have to pick UCLA in this game, just because Oregon State's so bad.
You know, I'm going to go against what my two esteemed colleagues over here have mentioned.
That's a mistake. It's a mistake.
You know, sometimes when you're making picks, sometimes when you're thinking about the game and what it comes down to, sometimes I just have to throw everything out the window. Stats, results, all of that stuff. And it just comes down to when you're looking at the two teams on paper, you dig deep down inside and you think, who's really going to win this? You know, there's some good points you guys made, but when I really dig down deep, I really believe that UCLA is going to lose this game, and I think it's pretty obvious. I think what happens is people want to use stats or want to look at whatever it is, players, coaching, some of these things. But if they dig further and go deeper than that and they really want to know the truth, I think it's there if they're willing to find it, and I think that's where I found it this week, and it's Oregon State.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. Not so fast. Chip Kelly has experience beating Oregon State. I feel like every team has experience beating Oregon State, so I'm going to pick UCLA.
Oregon State, if they want their program to survive, should leave the Pac-12. They should go to the Mountain West.
No, because they have their baseball team, and that is the cream of the crop in the Pac-12.
Also arguable since UCLA beat them twice last year.
2 years ago, Oregon State won the national championship in baseball.
You don't want me to talk about that night. We all know why Oregon State won against Vanderbilt that year, and let's not talk about why. Because their best pitcher wasn't drafted for very good reasons.
Someone's just a salty Arkansas fan.
I think we should point out that they are giving away tickets for people to go to this game. No one wants to go see this game.
Go Bruins.
I bet you if you looked at StubHub right now, it would just say free.
Go Bruins.
Yeah.
Go Bruins. Go Bruins.
All right, so now we move from NCAA football to the NFL. We got the Bears and the Raiders facing off in London.
The ELO spread in this game is 1 point, which suggests that they think that the Chicago Bears defense is going to be able to set up opportunities for their offense. But here's the reality: Chicago cannot put up points. And ultimately, that is why Oakland is going to win. I believe in Oakland's defense and their ability to hold Chicago to less points than the Raiders are going to put up. So this one is going to the Raiders.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I really looked at this one and I thought long and hard about it. No, I didn't. The Raiders are going to win this game. And again, I think it's clear. We do have some issues defensively. I'm not going to lie. We do have some issues defensively. But I just don't think the Bears' offense is that good, really, when it comes down to it. And I also have a feeling that my boy Waller is going to get 11 receptions for about 184 yards, 2 touchdowns this week. I think that's going to be the one that finishes because Carr's going to get the ball out quick. Mac's not going to be any type of an influence in this game. All that's going to happen in this game is Derek's going to make sure he gives him a hug. Yeah. He says, "We miss you," but he's going to have that ball out within 1-2 seconds, and he's going to be looking for his tight end.
Yeah, Camp 52 wasn't a factor last year. I don't think he's going to be a factor this year.
I hate the Raiders. I'm picking the Raiders.
Yeah, this is a hard game for me. I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, but I feel like the Bears are better without Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback and with Chase Daniel.
It doesn't matter.
And I mean,
it's just not good.
But like, here's the problem: is that Tyrell Williams is still hurt-ish. They have him questionable for the game. A couple of other wide receivers are hurt. The offensive line's a little banged up. I just don't know if the Raiders can actually pull this game out in London with the Bears defense and the state of the Raiders offensive line. Maybe if Tyrell Williams plays, the Raiders win. But I don't know. I'm going with my gut right now, and I want to pick the Bears. So I'm going to pick the Bears.
Oh, so you can go with your gut.
Yeah.
Raider.
Wow. Well, what happened to some of these other picks? Oh, isn't that what I just said?
He doesn't have the appropriate ethic here.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, wrong ethic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I'm still going to say the Bears.
And now we move on to the Dallas Cowboys, which are very confusing in general. That this team, as terrible as they are and as terrible as they've played, are 3-1. And
the Redskins, the Giants, and the Dolphins.
The Giants and the Dolphins. The minute that they play the Eagles, this is going to be a different story in the NFC East. I'm going with Green Bay, and I'm going with Green Bay believing that Green Bay can do something on defense for the first time in a long time.
I think this is when I agree with Chai here. I'm going with Green Bay too. I think we've now seen a great quarterback wake up. And I think it started, and it's just going to keep going. And I think Dallas is going to be. We're going to find out they are who we thought they were today. Or this weekend. That's what's going to happen. We know who the quarterback is for Green Bay. He's arrived. He's going to be just throwing bullets the rest of the season. And I think right now the Cowboys are just going to be that team that's going to take that loss this week because of that.
It's been my favorite time picking a Packers game because everyone's in agreement with me, and we're picking against the Cowboys. Cowboys are super overrated. Dak Prescott can't throw the ball more than 15 yards, and so we've seen the problems with their offense.
That's not true.
Well, when I don't know about that.
I mean, he can. It's just Amari Cooper is covered by 4 other defenders.
Yeah. That's not the point. The point is the Packers. They're coming off the loss, but they've had a couple extra days to prepare for this game. I feel like they're going to be really ready for this game, and I feel like I like where we're heading this season. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers is starting to wake up a little bit. Our defense looks better this year. We didn't look great against the Eagles, but that's on a short week. Go Pack, go! Packers definitely going to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers as well. The Cowboys overrated as heck. Aaron Rodgers playing good. Should have won against the Eagles.
Let's go.
Unfortunate, but yeah, Packers.
Yeah, I'm right here.
So now we're going to move on to the Browns Monday Night Football against the 49ers in San Francisco. San Francisco undefeated.
This is a tough one because I don't know if I can see the 49ers going 4-0, but they're usually pretty tough on Monday night in San Francisco. Not really San Francisco, but at home.
Santa Clara.
Yeah, Santa Clara. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. I still don't really like where the Browns are at this season. Like, they're all right, but I just don't really believe in them just yet.
Ultimately, this is going to be Baker Mayfield has to win. I don't believe that can happen. Despite what Mr. Buto, a very, very intelligent person, would say, the Cleveland Browns are terrible, and Baker Mayfield is not the future.
I'm going to be honest. The 49ers have surprised me this year.
So you have watched football.
They've surprised me this year. And I'm going to be honest. Defensively, they've surprised me. That's what I'm worried about here. But you know what? It goes back to gut. It goes back to, can I see them 4-0? I agree with that. And I think what's going to happen this week is I think the 49ers are going to realize, what the heck were we doing the last 3 games? We actually won, and they're going to come back down to reality. And I think, you know what, I'm going to ride this Baker train, and I think he's going to pull it out. He's going to kind of show everybody, this is the reason why I have all these advertisements. This is the reason why I'm branding myself already, because I am who everybody wants me to be, and he's going to prove it this week. So I'm going to go with the Browns.
I can't believe that we have 2 very intelligent people on this campus that are just deluded into believing that Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback.
I think Baker wakes up feeling dangerous, and they beat the 49ers. I don't know. Like, I'm not that confident in the 49ers. 3-0, that's a joke. That is a joke.
Jimmy G.
Oh, yeah.
Vintage Richard Sherman. Like, really, it makes no sense how well they're playing. But I believe that against a subpar Cleveland Browns team, because ultimately Cleveland, right? Am I right? Cleveland. That's ultimately the difference.
Remember what Isaiah Thomas said? Anyone?
Hates Cleveland.
Yeah.
And that's an immoral statement. No, I'm not going to tell you why. I think that's obvious. So I don't even think somebody like Mr. Chai should even bring that out. So again, sometimes people do throw stats away. Sometimes people do throw just the eye test away, and they kind of go with something deep down in their gut. But I think we're being pretty rational here, right? The Browns are going to come out with this win. So, I mean, it'll all come out when we see our picks.
We'll see. So now we finally get to talk about our game tonight. The Eagles travel to West High to play the Vikings. Vikings 2-3. Eagles have lost 2 straight games. Should be a good one tonight.
I mean, come on now. This one's pretty easy here. The Eagles, we're gonna win this game. I feel good. We're coming off 2 losses. Haven't been playing that well, but I feel like this is really a bounce back week. Really take it to them.
BCHS, you need to show up tonight, 7:30 at West High School. We got to take it to the Vikings. This is easy money, BCHS.
BCHS is going to win it. Let's go. Get there, people. Hey, if you can make it to the JV game at East as well at 4 o'clock.
Is it East?
Yeah, it is at East.
Okay.
East High. We're playing in different places. Go to the game at 4. Root them on, and then head on over to West. It's on your way back to this side of town anyways. Thank you.
Or watch the broadcast on our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
BCHS Eagles.
All right, do you guys want to do quick score picks?
49-0.
42-0.
35-3.
I'm going to go 24-7.
All right, so that'll do it for this week's Game Day broadcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Go Pack, go.
Go Road Runners.
Doyers.